So I did actually have a video all planned out, proper voiceover from recording this, but I felt like it just wasn't that great and I wanted to talk about a different topic. This topic is like sort of a wake-up call for when you're like collecting TCG and some other stuff. Just my experience, okay? It's just my experience collecting cards and things. When I first started collecting TCG cards, I bought like sets of everything, which I feel like that was a mistake. Meaning that any sort of like series I looked at, I was like, oh, I'm gonna buy that, and not really manage of what card sets to complete at the time. I started like 6 or 7 sets, and I was like, wow, this is overwhelming. I started like the Funko box, is it Funko one? Kaguya, Overlord, what else was there? I had loads of different ones. High School DxD Chaos, Assistant Devil Chaos. There's so many more, I can't remember it. I had like the 𝙎𝙤𝙘𝙞𝙬 cards and stuff like that, and I just feel like if you're like looking at multiple cards, it depends really. If you've got a budget, which I have in collecting cards, that sort of like mindset will just destroy collecting cards. Like just going for everything is just the worst possible way, which I know it's kind of a stupid move on my end, like just not sticking to one set. Like these last couple of months, I've just really focused on 2 sets. Like I'm actually really happy about it. I've nearly completed my Compostable Strongest. I'm just missing now the 𝙎𝙤𝙘𝙞𝙬 trial deck and the Yui trial deck one, which honestly the Yui one might take me a couple months to do, or it might be next year, depending when this video is out. But I know I've just picked up the tier one because again they're cheap. You know, I go for sets that I generally like now, and I just focus on 2. Like my limit now is 2 at a time. My Overlord ones are done. I won't be picking up Secret Rare ones. Honestly, not the biggest fan of the artwork, but the set is complete now, so I don't really need to worry about it. I'm now 2 cards away from completing my Compostable Strongest. I have multiple of some SP cards, which I might grade myself. I bought multiple copies of the SP cards graded, so I have like multiple of each now. Like I have my Grail card I've always wanted, and that is Yui. I did a recent video about that. Like the Yui BGS 10 is like crazy. Like I got that at like 125 quid, which is beyond a steal in my opinion, since the raw goes for like 130. But yeah, when you're first collecting cards, I would really recommend just collecting that one set you like the most, and don't go to random sets. I know most people probably don't, but that's what I did, and it really did mess me up for a while. I was overpaying a lot, and especially when I first got into it. Like I knew some people in that, and they overcharged me a shit ton on cards. Like I regret my decisions a lot now, but you know, it's there. I now know how to research cards. I know where to find the cards at. And yeah, just do some more research before buying from people is literally the best way forward. But after these 2 sets, I don't really know what I'm going to do. Since Overlord's completed and World's Strongest is completed, I don't think there's more in the White Schwartz. Maybe Blue Archive, but there's just too many on that. Like, realistically, I can't. There's too many cards in that set. But either way, like, I'm happy. I mean, I might grade them. I don't know, BGS is kind of a bit concerning, so I might not be sticking with BGS grading. I don't think I'll touch CGC at all, because I've had multiple issues with them. But apart from that, like, I'm actually happy on where, like, my state of collecting cards are. If you guys want to see that, it's literally on Instagram, Carl Minimilli. Like, it's there. I do all, like, it's basically just figures and card collecting. Like, even so, I've even stopped on figures. This video is just sort of just me talking on how I feel right now. I don't know if I'll post this. I probably should have posted this, the original video at least, because it had me talking about the cards I was doing in the Xenon cases and stuff. The Everyday EV Collector actually picked these up at the card fair, CardCon, whatever it's called. I love Xenon cases. They're literally just like slab cases, what are very well made, and it's like graded card cases, which I love. I love them. So I'll always get these ones when I can. All my World's Strongest ones are in these. Just you can't get them in the UK. But yeah, in my opinion, for new collectors, don't buy random sets of like cards. Just stick to the main set you want to do, or if you do, just, you know, make sure you manage it better than I did. At least I was spending hundreds on cards what I didn't actually like in the end, or know the full value of, and I did get screwed over. Don't get me wrong, it did screw me over, but you know, I've learned from my mistakes, and I finally got round to this year completing the 2 sets. It took longer than expected, but I did. Even in this video, this took very at the end. So if you're here at the end, then you know which one I've got. But I do have this as a SP card as well. So I have a BGS 10 and now an SP. So, you know, I might send the other one in to be graded at some point. But yeah, so if you are collecting cards, tell me what sort of cards you are collecting the most of, or what sort of like series you're more into at the minute, and do let me know. You can see here I got some nice from Claysha. I can never say his name right, but yeah, BGS10 cheer.